Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I keep saying it's been a hot minute, and yet again it's been another hot minute. I have just been so into life lately that I kind of just let YouTube slide. I have a ton of updates to share with you guys, and the very first one is that I got engaged. My boyfriend proposed to me. If you follow me on social media, you probably already know this, but that's also been partially why I've been so gone from YouTube. Today I wanted to share with you guys how I work from home and how I'm able to work from wherever I am. It's just been such a huge part of like my minimalist lifestyle and being a little bit of a digital nomad. I wanted to share some of those tips and tricks with you guys because I am such an advocate for living like a slow, simple life. And some people love going to the office. Personally, I love working from home in my home office. The job I do and the way I work allows me to have that lifestyle, and even YouTube and things I do on here allow me to have that lifestyle, which actually makes this the perfect moment to introduce today's video sponsor. Today's sponsor is Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a jewelry brand based in New York, and they're all about sustainability. If you know me and you know my channel, you know that I love shopping for pieces that not only look good and last for a long time, but are also good for the environment, and Ana Luisa aces this. I of course only work with brands that I truly believe in, and Ana Luisa reached out to me and I was like, what? Because I don't know if you guys know Renee Amberg. She's a YouTuber on here that I absolutely love, and she had a sponsored video by them once and I checked them out and I was obsessed. So I just couldn't believe it, and I got to pick out some pieces to show you guys, and I'm wearing them right now. They're these beautiful gold dainty pieces. I just literally wear them with everything. I also have the earrings as well. And if you're wondering why on earth this is related to this video, it's just because working with brands like these guys gives me the financial freedom to live the way I live, and obviously YouTube is not for everybody, but I just am very, very grateful for brands like Ana Luisa who sponsor content creators like myself. They actually have a Valentine's Day sale up right now where you can buy one and get one 40% off, and it would genuinely make the best Valentine's gift, whether that's for your significant other or that's for your galentine. I just got to ask both my best friends to be bridesmaids, and I want to get them a piece of jewelry to sort of give them in a basket. I hope they're not watching this. And I just asked them to be my bridesmaids with a piece like this that I know that they can cherish for the rest of their lives. So I'm very, very excited to do that. I'm basically an online marketing consultant, and this has meant a lot of things throughout my career, but for the most part what I do usually is help e-commerce businesses with their marketing strategies. So I've done social media marketing where I've advised people on how to run their Instagram. I've designed Instagram posts. Currently I'm writing emails for an email agency. I've been working with them for 2 years now, but I've also designed logos, I've designed websites, I've done so much. And I do have a master's degree in business communication and digital media, but I will be the first one to say that basically everything I've learned and everything I've do has been self-taught on the internet. And so now that you guys know a little bit of what I do, I kind of wanted to run through the platform I use, how I use it, give you guys some tips and tricks, and hopefully this can help you get started with working from anywhere and kind of taking control of your life. I just quickly decided to sit down for this one because this could take a while, so I definitely recommend that you pause the video now, grab yourself a cup of coffee, get a notebook and a pen, and write things down because this is definitely going to be a lot of information for you to take in. The platform I use is UpWork. I've used other platforms before, but I've just never had success with any other platform other than UpWork. I have heard that it's a little bit hard to get into right now because it's a little bit saturated, but I still recommend you look into it and find out whether that's something you can still do. And if not, there are plenty of other platforms out there that you can look at, and there's also specific platforms for each country sometimes. I definitely don't recommend that you quit your full-time job or whatever source of income you have to do this first. The way I started, for example, is that I started doing this while I was still in university. So after I would do my work, I would kind of get some UpWork work done. And this is kind of how I built my reputation on the platform and was able to then go full-time. So whatever you do, start by using this as a supplement and not a mainstream of income unless you're 100% sure that you're going to be able to find a customer off the bat, because it's just really, really hard to do. If you do it that way, it's going to put a lot of pressure on you, and you're probably not going to do your best work like this. Remember that your first jobs, you should kind of see like an internship. So internships, as you all know, are not the very best paid jobs out there. Some of them are not even paid. And the reason they exist is to kind of give you like credentials and to give you the ability to learn without really having all of that responsibility on you. You're looking to start out, you're not going to have reviews on your profile, you're not going to really have a portfolio unless you've already done that kind of work before. Offer your work for maybe $10 to $15 an hour. Keep in mind that most platforms do keep a small fee of what you earn, so don't expect to be earning too much. Like I said, just focus on doing a really good job and make sure that you're getting 5-star reviews, even if it's just for small projects. Make sure that there's some kind of feedback on your profile so that future clients who are maybe going to pay you a little bit more can already see your feedback from previous clients. Talk thoroughly with a client before you accept a contract. So the way it works on UpWork, for example, is that before a contract is extended to you, before an offer is given to you, you're kind of like in an interview phase where they ask you questions. I highly recommend that you ask them questions back. I feel like this is such a mistake that people make, is that they're so focused on listening that they don't even ask what's expected of them, and then they have unpleasant surprises. And the reason it's so important that you do this before you accept the contract is that if there's a misunderstanding when the contract is already active, they're gonna leave you feedback based on that misunderstanding, even if you didn't even start working. And this could really, really ruin you in an early stage of starting off on the platform. Even when clients want to do like a paid trial of work, I always say, look, I will do the sample first, and then if you like it, you can pay me as like a bonus. And if you don't like it, then no harm. But I never accept the contract until I'm 100% sure that it's a good match. I'm top rated plus on UpWork, and what this means basically is that I have 5-star feedback for almost every single job I've ever done. This is over many, many years of work, so it took me a while to get here, but getting a badge like that really helps you stand out. And I think you can receive your first badge after 12 weeks of being on the platform. You just need like, I think 3 or 4 5-star reviews, and you need to reply pretty quickly when people send you invitations and things like that. UpWork has all of the requirements. I will leave everything linked down below so that you can read for yourself. I definitely recommend that you try to obtain some badge like that that's going to help you stand out from the beginning. If you are doing really well, I think they have like a rising talent or rising star badge that you can get. And that definitely helps you stand out from the crowd. Put work into your profile, make sure there are no grammar mistakes, take a high quality picture, even make yourself a little introduction video so people can get to know you a little bit better. Really spend a solid like 4 to 5 hours curating your profile, because that's going to be the first thing that clients see, and if they don't like that, they're not even going to bother talking to you. Write a template for the proposals that you send out to your clients. So when you're looking for work on a platform like UpWork, you're gonna find a job that you want to apply for, and you have to send in a proposal. But your cover letter is something that you can already have kind of like the skeleton of. Make sure you're reading through job offers, because many times they write in the end like, start your proposal with "I am human," so that we know that you read it all the way through. So make sure you're reading them all the way through, or you're just gonna be wasting your time. Have that skeleton template and just copy paste it as your cover letter, and then adapt it to that job offering. You don't have to keep writing over and over again your credentials, like you have a bachelor degree or a master's degree. Write down the basics to speed up the process when you're applying for work. Do not get discouraged if you're not hearing back immediately, because it takes a while, and that's the sad part. But that's why I'm saying, if you have this as a supplement to your income and not your main source, this shouldn't to put too much pressure on you. Something else I look for specifically on UpWork, I don't know if other platforms do this, but whenever I look at a job proposal, I see how many proposals were already sent. If it's less than 5 or between 5 and 10, I will still send a proposal, but if it's like between 20 and 50 proposals, I don't usually waste my time with it, because there's just too many candidates with it already. The trick to this is being the first to apply, which means that you need to be looking at job offers daily and constantly. If you're looking frequently and, looking at your lunch breaks, if you're at work or something like that, then that's gonna give you a better chance to find a good paying customer. If you're finding it hard to get an initial contract, an initial review, do keep in mind that you can also try to find work that you can do for friends and family and try to get them onto the platform and be your client like this so that they can give you reviews. I know this is kind of like not what you would expect, but for example, I have done a lot of work for family members on my fiance side of the family, and if I didn't have the work reviews that I already have, I probably would have asked them to leave me a review on the platform. Make sure that these are genuine though, because if you're saying you can do something and then you can't, clients are gonna find out, you're gonna get a bad review, and then you're doomed. Right now, personally, both my fiance and I work a maximum of about 20 to 25 hours per week, and we make a very, very comfortable living off of it. But there are some things that are not so nice about freelancing that I do urge everyone to keep in mind. First one is you really, really need to have savings. You need to have 3 to 6 months of savings put aside just in case you lose your job, just in case you lose your contract, because you're not going to get unemployment benefits or any kind of severance packages. So make sure that you're making a big priority out of savings, and the same thing goes for pension funds. Make sure that you're investing in a private pension fund. Don't rely on just government pensions because you're gonna get old and you're gonna regret it. The second thing I recommend is making sure that you have insurances. I, for example, have a work insurance that makes sure that I'm covered in case of serious illness, in case I can't work for, I think it's more than 30 days. And we're also going to be looking at getting life insurance soon. Same thing goes for health insurances. If you're in a country that requires you to have a health insurance, make sure you have a good one. A normal work day for me looks like getting up around 9, taking my dogs out for a walk, and then getting some work done. Instead of working typical weeks like Monday to Friday, I actually work one day and take a day off, work one day and take a day off. And the reason I do this is because I am really spazzy with my concentration. So for example, if I am working on a client project, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I could go do laundry, or I could go cook a meal, or I could go do all these things. And so what I do now is I have a to-do list, and whenever something pops up into my brain of something I want to do that's not related to work, I write it down on my to-do list, and then I will make sure to just do it the day off. This means that I'm getting all of my deadlines met, I'm getting all my work done on time, just so I can enjoy that day off. I also found that having a traditional weekend kind of broke my workflow, because I would just get into this like Monday to Friday routine, and then I would mess up my sleep schedule, or I would just weekends, and so it made it very hard for me to get back into my workflow on Mondays. So this has also helped me curb that. Specifically on UpWork, the way this works is that when you start with a client, UpWork keeps 20% of your earnings. That's gonna sound harsh, but there's a very, very good reason for it. UpWork is trying to discourage like really small one-time contracts. They're trying to have people build longer-term relationships. So they only apply the 20% off fee for the first $500. And after you reach the $500 mark with that client, it goes down to 10%. And this is lifetime with a client. It's not just one project. So if I do one project for this client and I reach the $500 and a year later I work with them again on the platform, it's still gonna be the 10% fee. After you reach 10K with a client, which is the case for me in most of my clients because I've been working with them for years, then it goes down to 5%. I really like the system because UpWork has a payment protection program in place where any hour that I log under UpWork's timer, they ensure that I get paid. For me, paying those 10% is paying for the security of getting paid at the end of a project. Keep that in mind that you're paying for protection. They also write all of your invoices. They also emit like certificates of earnings. And for top-rated freelancers like myself, they have a lot of protection in place from bad customers. I've had a handful of bad experiences on the platform where a client demanded, for example, that I work for free, and they threatened that they'd leave me a horrible review if I didn't do what they asked. And because I am top rated, I was able to ask UpWork to remove this feedback. I'm not paid by UpWork, guys. I genuinely just make a living at the platform and I love them. If If you guys have any questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments down below for me. I'm thinking of creating a little sort of crash course on this. I wouldn't charge too much for it, just the time that it's going to take me to do it. So I'm thinking it'll cost something around $30 or 30 euros depending on where you are. And this would include cover letter templates. It would include explanation videos on how I set my prices. It would include explanation videos on how you can negotiate with your clients to make sure you get a better deal or a better hourly payment. If you think that's something you would be interested in, please don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me that that's something you're interested in. Once again, thank you so much to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Sponsors like them are the reason I'm able to add high quality pieces to my capsule wardrobe that I will keep for a lifetime probably, but also the reason I'm able to have so much financial freedom and live my dream life literally. So I really am so grateful when a brand like that reaches out to sponsor me. Don't forget to check out the link down below to see the discount code and to check out their website and maybe pick out a special piece for you or your friend. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'm going to be posting regularly from now on, I promise. I will see you guys in the next video.